I feel like I needed to address some things before I get started with today's session, and I wanted to make sure that I clear the air a little bit, because there's been a lot of negativity around what I do, and I wanted to take an opportunity to make a more official statement to my YouTube audience, just in case people might be swayed by this, I've literally, for lack of a better term, this literal slander that has been going around my content and my business. I guess I should start at the beginning. So essentially, I don't want to use anybody's name though, because for the record, I don't want to use anybody's names, because I think that is just going to give them more air in the room. And I've tried in the past. I don't know if you guys have followed me. You know, the people that are new here that have been following me, we've had people kind of flame in the past. And usually what we've done as a editing team is I just go, well, you know what? I'm just going to let them embarrass themselves. Just post them being jealous.
Like, what kind of coaching is this? Are you going to show me? Like, what are you telling these people?
And usually that would do enough. I didn't say anything about it. I feel like it makes me look worse if I stoop to people's level and try to shit talk other content creators. And so recently what has come about on Twitter is this meme. I mean it. I legitimately thought the meme was funny. Like that was like the funniest thing to come out of this whole thing. Like, is that supposed to be an insult to me? Most players are fucking bronze to gold, man. I think it's funny because the meme of me saying obvious shit, people think it's like a slam dunk against NEACE. Like, I'm a dumbass. It's like, no, you guys are just elitist assholes that don't want to teach lower elo players because you think you're better than them. If I get a dude who's in his 30s that owns a fucking real estate business and has disposable income, and he wants to learn League of Legends, and he doesn't want to ram his fucking head against the wall for 10,000 hours, right? And he goes to me, they think it's a slam dunk against me and that the client's an idiot. It's like, no, dude, the client's a smart person who wants to save time. And I'm just teaching the fundamentals, which nobody else wanted to do because they legitimately think that they're better human beings than the people that are willing to pay for a coaching. And they think that they have some sort of say on what people should spend their money on. I got any personal trainers in the chat? This will be fun. This will be a fun exercise. Watch this. This is how you know that these people are fucking stupid. Watch this. If I have a personal trainer in the chat, I don't know any of these people that are about to respond. I'm bound to have a personal trainer in here because there's 170 people in chat right now. Okay, perfect. Personal trainers. How many times have you tried to teach somebody a bench press? And then I would ask the bonus question of how easy is bench press to you in your mind? What I'm getting at here is that when you're teaching something, most people need to hear the basics. And guess what? League's a fucking complicated game. So the reason that I get paid a lot is because I'm patient enough to teach people the fundamentals all day. Fucking weird. Crazy concept. This is probably the most positive thing that's come out of this, is this really funny meme, and my photographer loves that this thing's going around. But what's not been so positive is this flood of negativity and toxicity and misinformation. I have seen threads. I have seen people literally spend days of their life creating threads trying to destroy my business and what we've built here. And initially, again, I tried to take the high road and just ignore a lot of it because I was like, you know, surely this just reeks of jealousy. Like, this is what I told my wife. This is what I told my editing team. I was like, surely this is pathetic, right? Like, anybody watching these guys like go through my history. Like, I had one guy who was going through all of my clients and being like, oh, most of these clients don't climb, which obviously is ridiculous, because if I tell a client, hey, you need to take more risks, and he goes on to take more risk and he loses LP temporarily, that's just like one example of many. Like, how can you assign whether or not a coaching is effective based on the results, especially short-term results? It's just a really like rudimentary way of viewing things. And to me, it seems so obvious that these people were jealous and that there was no way, right? There was absolutely no way that people could buy into this stuff. But then people started actually buying into it. I started getting flamed everywhere. Oh, NEACE, you got boosted, which is fucking hilarious. And then, oh, NEACE, you've never made Challenger, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like all this stuff. The only Challenger you made is OS. I've never even played on OS. Like, just weird shit. And it was coming in just by piles of people. And I was like, man, people are actually buying into this negativity. And then on top of that, not only was that happening, but now all of a sudden there's a bunch of people that are taking coaching, like running my full coachings and running them basically unedited, waiting for me to make a call on a live coaching and then going, this is the wrong answer because of blah, 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 blah.
So he tells him to go lethal tempo versus Ask Yumi, a super long range duo bot. The first 20 seconds, he's giving him wrong information. And this dude paid $300 for that.
Which again is hilarious because first off, just because the client does a bad play or like I tell a client to do a risky play and the result doesn't go well, does not mean that the coaching is wrong. Because like sometimes you may want the client to take a risk just because the client's a pussy in general and he needs to learn that there's value in taking risks and not being scared. Sometimes the point of the coaching isn't the result. Again, sometimes the point of the coaching is just you want to teach them a concept that you think is more important, right? So again, I started seeing all these negative videos popping up and I was like, wow, this is really uncomfortable to me because what they're doing here is they're taking a live coaching that a client has paid for and that we've scheduled, and they're taking my unedited VOD and they're taking my full VOD, posting it, and then using my own VOD to try to deter people from booking my coaching, right? And then they're also trying to say that I've never made Challenger. So it's this collective, and it's all the same people. I mean, it's the same people in the same brackets every single time. It's people with less followers, less views, less coaching business. It's always some sort of like obvious point of jealousy, right? Because of all those instances, surely in every single case, those guys, when you would go to their channels, they would have loads of coaching content, right? But it's never the case. I go to their platforms, I go to their channels, and they don't have any coaching videos. And guess what their main content is? Their most popular content is them bashing me. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to look through my files. And sure enough, one of the common ones was that NEACE never made Challenger in NA. Well, here it is. There's the fucking screenshot. Promoted the Challenger, death by cards. That was the account that I was playing on. I made Challenger and then I sold it, right? After the account got verified on a Reddit AMA, I sold it. It was an NA account. Personally, 3, 4, however many years ago this was, I didn't really give a shit about this. I actually never thought I would be under fire in this way by people. I went back through and I found this stupid fucking screenshot to prove what I already said a year ago. It's like these people, they just hide in the shadows, right? It's like boxing shadows because every situation, like I have people looking at my webcam saying, oh, he's looking at a second monitor or something. He's not paying attention to the coaching. Meanwhile, these guys don't even have a fucking webcam. I got people that don't even use webcams shaming me for using a fucking webcam on my streams and not looking at the screen. I'm doing an on-stream coaching. That's why there's a private option. I sat here and not said anything for days, just letting these morons talk ad nauseum about how I'm not a good coach, how, oh, I'm not Challenger. And like I said, I was the bigger man every step of the way, and I still am. I'm still not posting these people's fucking shit. So I realized, I was like, oh, you know what I should do? I'm just going to stay on Twitter and I'm just going to post in all caps because these idiots think all I do is yell anyways. So I'm just going to post in all caps and just make fun of these fucking morons. And that's exactly what I did from there on. These people are clearly not the type of people that you want to be listening to. Again, I don't want to say any names because I don't want to give them any more air. B, I already proved that I made Challenger years ago, and I have to do it again because I'm getting fucking blasted everywhere. And then C, if you want to make money at League of Legends, make fucking content. A year later, I'm saying the same fucking thing. Is it obvious? 2 years ago, I was saying the same fucking thing about wave manipulation. I was saying the same shit about trading stance and how to set your key bindings. These people are flaming me and say I'm stating the obvious. Guess what? Most League of Legends players that come to my coaching, they've only been playing for 6 fucking months. So they need the obvious information. And like I said, man, I tried to keep it fucking light, man. I tried to keep it light. And just think about it. Think about it. I'm sitting here streaming every day, coaching fucking 70, 75, 80% of the time. And these people are just, like I said, they're just hiding in the shadows. And they're looking for any excuse for why they could find that they're not successful. Any single thing that they could find, other than, hey, if you want to make money, make fucking content. Does that sound obvious to you? Good. That'll be $350. Holy fucking shit. And I wanted to address, because again, I told you guys where I stand with this whole, like, let's use NEACE's own videos to shit on NEACE, say that he's a fraud, and then go and try to get clients for their new coaching sites. Okay? A lot of people got mad because I was copyright striking videos. We're going to still do that. We're going to still do that. Right? Because unless they get it approved by me, you already know what they're trying to do. I mentioned these guys before. I'll mention them again. Vagar V2, great coach. Great. I've got no issue with him. Coach Curtis, great coach. No issue with him. Don't flame Cadril. That's what I mean. Don't flame these guys. Don't stoop to their level. Cadril's great. I'm pretty sure Cadril's made Challenger in Jungle. That's never what I've been about. I'm not flaming these other people, guys. Seriously. I'm not. I never have. And that's the thing, is, like I said, they think they think they're better than other people. They think that because they've no-lifed League, that they're better than other people that have, like, succeeded in other elements of life, or that have disposable income, or just watched my videos, like watched thousands of videos for free, and I was like, man, I want to get coached by this guy, A, because I want to see what he thinks of my game, but B, because he's just made a lot of shit. There's other coaches out there, great coaches that are not even, that you don't even fucking know about, that are way cheaper than me. And I've never flamed them. And it's Aragon. Enver was in my boot camp. He's a great coach too, actually. They're not on my site. Great coaches, much cheaper. Never flamed them. Never shit on them. Nothing. I've collabed with over 20 people in the last year. Ran boot camps for $50. It's so funny to me. Because there are great coaches out there. There's so many people out in the space that are great. But then there's so many people in the space that are so bad faith. They're so bad faith actors, right? They literally are trying to cash in on the fact that I worked hard. That's it. There's so many people that have went out of their way to attack me that I have personally shouted out in other content. They've never done the same for me, right? On top of all the other stuff that we've built. I've never attacked people's gameplay or coaching ever. Like I said it a year ago. It's just sad. It's so many of these people, man. They don't, and that's the thing, is so many of them choose to attack instead of work together. And there's been a lot of people that have reached out and, like, wanted to collab, right? Broxa, for example. Broxa comes to mind. I did a NEACE Gets Coach. Usually a NEACE Gets Coach comes from other high elo players that just really want to get their foot in the door. Broxa's been a pro player. He came and worked with me. Despite all the other bullshit around in the space, despite all the negative, the controversial fucking misinformation, the slanderous fucking business tactics, fucking copyright infringement, motherfuckers watching my whole coaching video and then trying to shit on me, Broxa still was like, yo, yeah, man, that's no problem. That's what I mean. There are good people, but there's so many fucking shitty ones, man. So many shitty ones. I think I've said everything that I've wanted to say about this. And I think I'm done. I think I'm just burned out on it. And I did get kind of offended. While I was dealing with my job and my content cycle, like my tempo, and moving and unpacking and doing all this shit, I was getting absolutely, like, a full-blown, like, I'm talking like a full-blown content negative attack ad cycle from, like, multiple angles, like, all over the place. And like I said, I didn't want to say anything. until I had the screenshot to go with this. Because I was like, well, if I don't prove that I made challenge on NA at least once, like these fucking people are going, like, they'll just never stop. So I was like, okay, well, I have to go back. And again, I didn't realize that I have to go back and fucking prove this, right? Like 3 years ago, it didn't matter. I made challenger. I was like, okay, I made challenger. Let's get to coaching. I know what it takes. I know how to coach it. And I'm going to sell this account because I don't really give a fuck about accounts. You guys know that. I don't care about skins. You've never seen me on stream like, look how many skins I have, right? Like I said, it feels good. It feels good. And I'm just sitting back, reeling in the fish, just being like, you motherfuckers, just reeling them in. It's like, I know for a fact that once I find this, I will put it all to rest. Let me just say this. My goal is to be the #1 place to get better at League of Legends. We already kind of are, and that's where I want to stay. So I've got some awesome projects coming down the pipeline. For those people that are mad that it costs a lot to get coaching for myself or my team, sorry, that's how supply and demand works. But the good news is here in a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to be announcing something really, really big for the people that can't afford coaching. At this point, what we're calling luxury coaching. It's expensive. But yeah, so this feels good, man. This feels good to get this off of my chest. I've been holding it in, just wanting to fucking snap for like weeks. So there's only one thing left to do, my friends. When I'm not coaching, we've got to go back. We've got to go back to Challenger again. But this time, the Challenger must... Well, actually, here. I'll wait. We'll do it like this. Whichever server wins, well, it looks like Korea's probably going to win. Whichever server wins, that's the one we'll start grinding on. I'm going to have to re-level again because I'm going to lose this fucking account. I'm going to lose this one in December, so I can't do it yet. We have to prove the haters wrong because apparently they think that fucking 3 years ago that I didn't make fucking Challenger in fucking NA, which is like easy as fuck. I think that's what we're going to have to do. Everyone go vote China. I mean, that's fine. Like, I think people are going to vote Korea because I put it to Twitter, and I think Twitter rates Korea higher. So I think, all right, it's official then. It'll probably be Korea. So here's the plan. When I'm not coaching, I will go play on Korea. And I will just fucking grind it out for the next 2 years and prove the haters wrong yet again. Fuck it. We'll play on Korea when I'm not coaching. We'll climb as high as we can. It'll probably take a while, especially if I'm not getting clients. If I'm getting clients, it'll take a while. But I'll stick with it. I'll fucking stay on it. I don't know how many fucking games it'll take. It'll probably take a shit ton. But I think our best bet is to have an account ready for the start of next season. Bro, but you just made Masters this year. I know. But nothing, you can't, because you can't win with these people. I do want to stream it. No, I want to stream it. Because if I don't stream the games, then people will say that I'm getting boosted or something. Yeah, I'm going to level. No, I won't even use the Riot account. No. I won't fucking, nope. I'm going to do it. Legit. I'm going to climb. I'm gonna fucking spam ARAMs to level, and then I'm gonna go into ranked, and I'm gonna start slowly climbing up. That's gonna be a grind, though. That's gonna be a grind. But again, it hinges completely on how many coaching clients I have. But it'll be good because if I'm not coaching, then I'll have an excuse to do this. This community is a little bit too strong to be torn down by such obvious tactics. Although, again, I still cannot believe that I even had to spend the time to address this shit. Anyways, without further ado, let's finally game. Okay. Am I in a good mood? Got a special update for you. So when I posted my screenshot to Twitter saying, hey guys, I made Challenger, a bunch of people got really, really, really nosy. And they zoomed in real close on my image and said, NEACE must have photoshopped his Season 9 Challenger image. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. You know me. I'm in this business to make money. I hit my Challenger credential, and I sold my account to a fucking Chinese dude for 2K. right? But people didn't believe it. They said, NEACE, you must have photoshopped your fucking image because it looks different. So first, before I move on, and I have other stuff too, before I move on, here's a little site called photoforensics.com. And what this site does is it determines whether or not you use Photoshop on an image. Whoop, look at that. There's no evidence that this was Photoshopped. Wow, fucking weird, right? No evidence of that. But wait, there's more. Because while you guys were going on and on about how fucking bad I am at the video game and how I could never possibly be good, I sat and just reeled in the fish one after another, just reeling them all in. And you know what happens when you don't do your research? You miss the really, really obvious things. Like this video that I posted not too long ago, where it shows at the near end of season 9, there I sat playing high elo games with an op.gg right on the fucking screen that shows NEACE is sitting at Grandmaster. Don't ask me why I even stream those games. I have no idea. But if you know the truth about high elo, which some of the people here probably do, at that point in time, high elo wasn't really that inflated like it is now. So not only does that prove that I was on NA, that I was not duo queuing, but I very, very likely was really fucking close to Challenger anyways. So that is a inconclusive fucking airball that you guys are throwing up saying that I am not Challenger material. We've got all the evidence that we need, and it feels so fucking good to reel in all these dumb motherfuckers that instead of making your own content, you went way outside of your fucking depth to try to bring my content down. It's a damn shame. And now you look really fucking stupid. I would like to thank you. Thank you so fucking much for allowing me the opportunity to get so many eyes on people that think for themselves, that aren't a fucking moron, that know that coaching is more to it than just drawing a bunch of lines on the screen and acting like you're better than people or that you know every fucking thing. It just feels so good. And now, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go forward. I'm gonna inhale all these new eyes on my coaching content, and we're gonna keep growing. And I've got a special project that we're gonna announce soon, right? Because we're not done. It's only up from here, my friends. I would like to say a big fuck you to anybody that doubted my ability to make Challenger. For some reason, I don't know why you guys would even argue it. Why the fuck would I lie about Challenger 3 fucking years ago? It's so stupid. So stupid. But now I'm gonna go forward and we're gonna make some awesome projects. We're gonna be even bigger and stronger. Myself and my team, who are all awesome high elo players currently too, that you can go and book at NEACE.gg. Wonderful guys. We're gonna go forward and dominate. And I'm gonna try to shoot for Challenger on Korea. At this point, I don't even have to prove anything anymore, but I'll fucking do it again when I'm not coaching. Yeah, and if you don't like that, let me give you a little piece of advice. You don't really get any further in life by hating on other people. That'll be $350. It's like a big lumpy deuce. Thank you so much.